Hey, welcome to the Join the Journey podcast. I'm Aaron Chase. I'm the host of the podcast. Real quick before we start the episode, I just made an Instagram specifically for the podcast. So it's JTJ Pod on Instagram. And I want to start growing the podcast. I want more views. I want more people to watch and enjoy it and get to know all of these Chicago comedians. So if you could follow the Instagram and share all of these clips and these pictures and these videos as much as possible, that would be greatly appreciated. All right, let's start the episode. Like I'm good. It's funny. Like my life is good right now.
Good.
But my head hurts. My head. You know when it's right behind your eye.
Sure do.
Yeah. So it's not fun.
I got ibuprofen and Percocets if you want them.
I'll take the ibuprofen.
What I'm gonna do with all these perks? Just keep eating them?
I don't know. Give it to one of your hoes or your girls.
I don't got any hoes.
You don't got no hoes?
Nope.
Okay. How are you, Kieron?
Me, I'm good. I'm good for the most part. I'm good now.
Yeah.
Me and Aaron talked about something off camera.
Yeah.
That maybe once I heal from it in like the next 6 months, maybe I'll be able to talk about it on here. Ooh. Just gotta vibrate.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do you think you're a narcissist?
Me? No. I truly don't. I do think that I'm like a egomaniac.
And what is the difference between the two?
Narcissism, because I argued this with the Big X.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she was just saying that I was everything. She was like, I think you have bipolar personality disorder.
I don't think so.
No one does. She ain't even think that shit. She was like, I think you're a narcissist. I'm like, I'll tell you about this because this shit really got me tight. I remember this. Well, number one, I don't know how often you've been in public with me, but like around like not comment, like I care about people.
Mm.
And that's like the first, like narcissism in the I guess not in the truest sense of its word, but in the sense of the diagnosis, it is essentially like all for one. Everything is for me. Everything is for the behoovement of me.
Okay.
Everyone around me is subordinate. I only get close to these people if they can benefit me.
Okay.
That's like the diagnosis thing.
I can see why someone would interpret you as that.
But not her. Because, like, and now it's going to be so weird to list off all the good things that I do that prove against it. But I'm like, so I'm not going to. But I'm like, bitch, you have been with me since I've done. I'm like, so in these moments, because it's not just one. Like, I'm not just going like, remember that one time? No, I'm going like, hey, remember like every single opportunity that I had to do this specific thing? Mm-hmm. Narcissists wouldn't do that.
That's fair. I think, okay, then what is an egomaniac to you?
I think that I'm insecure because of how my family treated me.
Okay.
They made me feel like I wasn't good at anything, and that nobody should love me, and that I'm a piece of shit, and that Jasmine's better than me because she's smart, and I'm dumb, right? And so then when I learned like how much power I hold inside myself through being funny, because when I first started being funny, niggas used to beat my ass, like. Fuck me up. Yeah. Elementary school, they used to drop me on my head and then just run out.
Funny?
Nope, just because they were just like, Kieron, you weird and gay.
Sure.
You know, just shit like that. And so I feel like once I learned the power inside myself, it was hard for me to not get I think it's healthy. I think your ego should be like 4 steps above where you actually are. I don't usually show my ego to people. We're really good friends. At least I thought we were before you called me a narcissist. Mm-hmm. I think they were really good friends. So I show you that part of me because other people hate it. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm confident. I'm like, I'm young, I'm handsome, nigga. I'm doing good in comedy. I'm paying half my rent with comedy, about over half my rent with comedy. I'm like, I've been living out here on my own. I'm in terms of like, I'm not like making money like a lawyer, but like in terms of like my field, I'm making money. Mm-hmm. I'm fucking big. Like if we're weighing all the stereotypical things of like what gives a man worth. I have close relationships with my friends. I'm a good person. I don't ignore homeless people.
You don't ignore homeless people.
I don't ignore homeless people. I don't like make bitches uncomfortable. I don't even like chase them for real. If we having sex, it's your call. And I'm gonna make sure that everybody knows that it was your call. I'm gonna go and enjoy it. But it's like yeah, like I'm that nigga. Why would I not be confident? I'm funny as fuck.
I don't think it's the confidence. I'll speak to my own interaction with you of why I would say that. Because you live in Kieron world.
Fuck yeah, you live in Aaron world.
Yeah, but I think Aaron world is more flexible. I think the type of people that you attract are people like me who can mold and who are very flexible around who you are as a person.
That's a great point.
So, for instance, like last time we talked, we have a comment on that podcast, by the way.
That said what? This
said
nigga a narcissist?
He said, it said something like, why are you guys... Oh, I'll find it while I'm talking. So, you like, I'm a very forgiving and flexible person. And you know how much I am about schedules.
So what? Because I don't like schedules, I'm a narcissist?
No. It's
You're going to do the thing of like, well, it has to be on Kieron's time. Is that what you're saying?
not in such an angry... Like, you're even describing like I'm not mad. Can you feel that I'm not mad?
No.
Oh, okay. But you can't... Wait.
No. You remind me of my ex right now, so we pissed. We're fighting right now.
Do I really remind you of your
And we
ex?
better have makeup sex.
Okay.
Or else what you say, you mean.
Uh-huh. Do I remind you of your ex right now?
No, that was a joke. You just said
okay.
something that she has also said.
Gotcha. Hold on. Let me find the comment.
That shit was so dumb.
What?
When she said that shit, because I disproved it so quickly. But then like as I was disproving it, you know what she said to me on the phone? And she said to me on the phone. We was on the phone. She was in another country. My bitch is foreign. She gonna say to me on the phone. She gonna say to me on the phone. She goes like, Kieron. She's like, as hard as you're defending yourself right now, that's exactly what a narcissist would do. And so I looked at her because he was on Zoom. I looked at her. I was like, so no matter what, your mind is made up, and now I'm in this box of where either I allow you to place, not your projection, but essentially place your this notion that you created because of your anger with me. I have to sit here and allow you to place that on me, which the end result is now I'm a narcissist, or I defend myself with real world fucking examples and facts that you do not mean.
Facts over feelings, bro.
You don't mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I do this defense, now I'm narcissistic because I'm defending you, bitch. I was so mad. She took it back. She took everything back except for, I do think that you're a very hurt and angry person. She took that back. I'm like, well, no, that's the only thing she didn't take back. And I'm like, I won't argue against that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
We gonna hear the comment?
No, but yeah.
We gotta find our groove, man. I don't feel like we're in our groove. I think because of my head hurt.
Right now?
My head hurts. I'm just tired, man.
I thought we were doing fine.
We're doing fine?
Yeah, I didn't think anything was wrong.
That's good. Like, what even is this podcast with no real human viewership? Y'all might as well just have conversations. Why even have a podcast if nobody tunes in or interacts? Y'all need to build a community to be thriving podcast channel, not just upload random conversations on YouTube.
I love niggas on the internet. I do. Okay, that's fine. I thought it was gonna be something like this dude. You know, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But I've had like a presence online since I was like, well, actually, I'm not gonna. I've had a presence online since like 2015.
Okay.
So I've been everybody. None of these niggas can say anything that my mama hasn't said to me. So I don't even care about. I thought he was gonna try to say something about me, and I was gonna be like, damn.
No, just that the podcast is dumb or whatever. But whatever. You told me to remind you to talk about this. God sent you a message about your ex-girlfriend. But before we get into it, don't make faces. You insisted to me. You said, "Do not let me drop this. I want you to talk about it. Keep pushing. Make me talk about this." You said this to me. So I said, okay.
When and where did I say this? I got to know what state of mind I was in. Was I drunk?
You know, I have a shitty memory. I don't know. I just wrote it down. I wrote it down like Kieron really wants me to emphasize that God spoke to him about his ex.
Did you write it physically or in your phone, like where the date is attached to it?
Oh, there's no date attached.
Kieron said that God
spoke to you. You said God spoke to you. Insisted that we talk about how God spoke to you and that you're over the ex because...
Oh, okay. So then it is that. Okay. All right. Okay. So remember the thing that I was just telling you off camera. Okay. Yeah. So that thing. Me and her, we're good. Okay. I'm happy to know that we're still good. Things are obviously, there's hiccups and there's things that are, obviously taking place. Cool. That's a good message. But again, we're good. But in the heat of everything, when everything was falling apart, I sat and I realized that I am very capable of destroying good intimate relationships with women.
Okay.
I found this out, and I'm going to explain what I mean. I found this out through another woman that I was talking to a while ago. And I think we spoke about this. She was like, why do you get... She's like, I've never seen you angry. She's like, you get annoyed all the time. Like, you're the most easily annoyed person on the planet. She's like, but I've never seen you angry with anybody. I've never heard you share stories of you being angry about anybody except women that you're involved with. And she's like, what is that? And so we really sat and we walked around it. And it's basically like my mother and all of her sisters really hurt my like they really destroyed me as a person, like truly, to the point where like some of them called me on my birthday and I had to like grit my teeth just like listening to them be like happy birthday. Like I was like they really fucked me up. And I just want no part of them. And so when it comes to women, to say this quickly,
it's not gonna be quick, but okay,
it'll be quick. To say this quickly, so. Same reason that like when I found the power in me and all that shit. I found the power in me because I found that like no, like a lot of people like me. Like a lot of people like me and think that I'm a good person and think that I'm funny and think that I'm like, they think all these true things. A lot of people like me. And so I'm like, but I was in this echo chamber of people that just couldn't fucking stand me. And so I'm like, oh well no, everyone must feel this way. So my mom's a child of 9, so I'm like, if there's 9 fucking people just absolutely slam dunking on me as a child, I'm like, oh, everyone on the world has, because y'all are my family. Y'all are the first examples of like friends and providers and fans that I have, and y'all hate me, nigga. And so when I found that like I had this thing with other people, that like people whenever they got to meet me and see me for me and not hold all that shit, hold every argument with my mother or how I am a representation of my father, when they didn't hold all that shit around me and they just looked at me as me and they saw my actions, and some of my best friends, like it is like their job to be critical of my actions, because I love, like you were saying, calm people, not because it's like, oh great, I get to talk all the day, but it's literally a thing of like, you guys calm me.
Like being around me chills you out?
Yes. And then if I'm, but it's not like a physical chill. Like I'm gonna talk my shit, but it's like you'll make a face and then I'll go, I know that we know each other well enough to where your face means that I just did something wild. And then that is signaling to me level, right? And my friends have been tasked with calling me on my bullshit because I can argue.
All those people at your birthday, those people I met?
Oh, like all my, like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are all, like, and one of them, Muhammad, one of my best friends on the planet, great cinematographer. Check him out, Sonora Doombia. He's phenomenal. He is a phenomenal arguer, too. So our whole thing is like, everyone knows that I'm going to argue a point till the wheels fall off.
Sure will.
And he will do the exact same. And our argument starts, it's like, well, and then it's just like the force thing.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah.
And I so badly needed that kind of. He don't get tired. He'll push a point. We'll move it into rhetoric, and then we'll be like, now we're on a tangent. Let's go back to focusing. We'll cuss at each other. We'll roast each other. It'll be really a battle of the fucking bands, and I need that. And so when I found that like I had this thing with people. You're right. It wasn't a short story.
I fucking knew it wasn't going to be.
I'm going to shorten the story. Okay. So it's like women that I get involved with are love languages, attachment styles. I know all mine. It's the shit that I've been studying since I was a 15-year-old boy. I know it. And it is when I am intimate with a woman, it is not, and I don't even mean friends, because my girlfriend's got nothing negative to say about it. I don't get mad at her. What?
Ex-girlfriend?
No, like my female friends.
Oh.
Like
Okay.
they just be like chilling. But the ones that I'm intimate with, I don't need a mother. I don't want a mother. Don't need that. Don't want that at all. But there's something that I need, like true to the core, feminine energy, like divine femininity. It is like it like really grounds my insane brain, right?
Don't let me forget. I wrote something down about that.
All good. Because my mother never was a source of that for me. My love languages, first one is words of affirmation. I need compliments. I need them. I'm working on needing them less because there's this old like Stoic quote about like if you give a person the ability to boost you with words, if you give a person the ability to make you feel alive with words, you give the person the ability to kill you with their words as well. So it's more about like just like neutrality. But so it's like, so when I meet a woman that gives me these things that like my mother didn't, or like any woman in my life until I like went into the fucking world, I go like, oh, this is like, it resonates with something deep in me. In the same vein, when we argue or when things aren't good, I'm no longer arguing with you. I'm arguing with my mother. I'm arguing with her 8 fucking siblings. And it's the child in me that is like, well, even though it's just me and you and we love each other and we're good and when I'm not upset, I know that this sounds like, you know, like when everything's good is good, when it's bad is bad. Like it's not that, but it's like when I feel, and it's also not a thing if I won't own up to my shit. Like with this prime example, I said, yep, I won't argue. I fucked up. I'm sorry. My bad. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
But it's like if we're just like arguing, it just feels like that thing of like, you're so unlovable.
I want to get you back on track a little bit. What does God speaking to you?
So,
okay.
With my last 3 I'm a virgin. With my last 3.
Oh, nigga, that's the funniest thing you ever said.
I am.
Uh-huh.
I am. I don't know who's watching this. I'm a virgin. I've never had sex.
Okay.
With my last 3, more than hookups.
Uh-huh.
So, like, we kind of had, like, something established. It wasn't just soaking, right?
Uh-huh.
We, like, would see each other. We would whatever. With the last 3 of them, the most recent one, obviously, horrible on my part. Destroyed something great.
Yeah.
Horrible. No way around it. No way to argue it.
Mm-hmm.
That was the final ticker. Because the one before her, who me and her were like also like friends and like homies and like cool, I was so fucked up from the big X. And even the way that I still rationalize it, I just wasn't a good person at the time. Even with that, I was just so fucked up from you just weren't a good person to her. You weren't a good person to her. Were you also hurt by your ex, and did that also play into it? Yes. But you just weren't a good person at the time.
Do you think... Sorry, go ahead.
And so I destroyed that. And then when me and my, even though she has her crosses to fucking bear, and whether she will or she won't, I realized, and it took me a long time to get to it, the way that I handled the hurt that she gave me was textbook irrational and did irreversible damage to our relationship. And my justification is, you knew how bad this would hurt me, which she did. But I'm like, you knew how bad this would hurt me. It didn't stop you. You knew I would blow my lid, and I blew my fucking lid. And so I basically ruined these good things. And I think that God showed me, no bullshit, with this last one.
The one we talked about?
Yep.
Okay.
He showed me with this. He was like, argue your way out of this one. Argue how this happened because someone hurt you. Argue how this good thing, where you were happy, first time you could fucking fall asleep, like in the company of someone else without staring at the ceiling for 2 hours. So argue, Kieron. And I'm like,
and you view that as a sign from God, essentially.
Without a doubt.
Okay. Why? What makes the difference between a sign from God versus you just coming to a realization?
It's a great question. I'm not gonna be one of those.
Oh, hold on, we gotta do the. Didn't cut off. We're good. I keep a timer. I've gotten real good at the timing of all of it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. And I like that question a lot. I actually really love that question because I'm not religious, but I am a full God-fearing man, every sense of the word.
Yeah.
And in my life, there have been really distinct moments where God has given me something. I'm going to say giving me something, but it's not as if I didn't earn it or it didn't come through the actions of myself. Okay. Where God has given me things that are pretty brutal, but they're not world-ending because I'm ignoring a thing that He's been trying to tell me.
Okay. So I know. I feel like I know. Do you want to say more? Because I can feel like you want to say more.
I always want to say more.
I know you always. I'm going to speak for a little bit.
I'm listening.
Okay. Oh, we listen. We were listening to each other.
We do.
Yeah, I like this.
Narcissists couldn't do that.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean by, some people call it God, some people call it the universe. That the universe puts you in situations where there's, this is going to be the fucking silliest analogy. You've seen Goofy movie. Remember when they're driving and they can go left or right, they can go to LA or they can go to Lake Destiny, and Max makes a decision. Like, there are one of two options you can make, and he made a decision, and now there are consequences to that decision.
Yep.
It feels like the universe, God, whatever, will put you in a position where you've done all this stuff so far, you've learned things, you've been heard, you've had experiences, now you have the choice to learn from what you learned before and go to the right, or you can go to the left. And it sounds like you went to the left and are now dealing with the consequences of that.
It's more so just me going like, I don't have this horrible, like, I was so like madly in love with my ex.
Yeah, you still seem to be.
It's not, but it feels removed now. It feels what?
Literally every time I talk to you, your ex gets brought up.
Yeah, but that's because, like, have you heard my stand-up?
I mean, yeah.
Like, it's also, like, just funny to me. Like, to just talk about something so catastrophically painful is also just funny. Like,
I understand, but, I mean, it's still in your brain. I think you'll be fully over it when I don't hear about her for a year or something.
That's wrong.
Okay.
I talk about, I can't help but talk about shit that has caused me immense pain.
Right. It has caused you. Like, you haven't let it go. I think you'll fully let it go when you forget about it.
Yeah, and I'm saying, I hear that, and I get how we like equate the whatever. I'm saying that's not going to happen. That's not a good equator of, like, I can look back on my exes that I didn't care about that much and spent like a lot of time with, like this ex that I have for 2 years. I would just literally out of nowhere, like, there's a joke that I'm not gonna fucking say because it's too much context. But like, it'll be something completely random, completely separate, and then I'll bring her up from 7 years ago. I don't miss her. I'll just bring her up because it's the way that thing hurt me is so funny. Like, it's so funny to just bring up this thing and like all my like it's just like everything. I got like inside jokes with myself. Yeah. And like, duh, I bring her up, but I'm truly telling you that like I truly have resolved that. Like, there's not this feeling. There's so much to explain.
I'm just going to accept what you're saying.
Because I really do mean it. Especially after this. Like, I was getting there, but there was still moments where it was like, nigga. But now I'm just like, oh. Like, there's like, bro, like, it's wraps, it's curtains. Like,
I have a, I feel like we do this almost to catch up at this point. This is the one time, like, because we're not in comedy clubs, you're not running around. So to the relating to the whole feminine energy and stuff, did we talk about the triad stuff that I was dealing with recently? Yeah.
But last time we were we haven't talked about one like within like the last like 2 months.
The two girls recently?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh, we haven't talked about that?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe if you say something, I don't know.
So I met these two girls separate, and I told them what I was interested in, and then we all kind of hung out, and they were experimenting in their own ways. They were in their own, but for me, I was expressed to them and like I wanted to understand what I needed out of a triad. Why is that what I want outside of sex? Right. Because when I bring it, and I fucking hate this, when I say like I want a triad relationship, oh, this nigga won't be king of the castle. He want all the bitches. It's like that's not what this is. Right. And so
like when I bring up my ex and niggas say you still in love with her, I go like, that's not what it is.
I feel like that was a shot.
What?
Nothing. What?
No, I wouldn't take a shot at all.
Okay. So we all hung out. We would hang out and we'd watch movies. What are you doing?
I'm joking.
I know you're joking.
Okay, all right.
All right. I don't feel like we're in rhythm.
That's just the you thing. I feel great.
Okay. Whatever you say.
I'm loving this.
Okay.
I miss you. I love this.
I know. That's why I'm glad you're here.
So stop thinking about that shit.
But in the same way. But how you gonna tell me to stop thinking about a thing that I think about? But you can think about the thing.
Because it's different. You got 2 bitches, nigga. I don't want to hear it.
Not anymore. It stopped.
Oh, okay. No, you can think about it now.
But thank you. But no, but it was interesting. Like we would all hang out, and I just felt that the divine femininity, and it like washed over. It was great. Yep. It felt so good, and I that's it. I'm just keeping you updated on my life. That's the last thing that happened. Now it's dissipated, but I do have a better understanding of what I want.
It's there's something so important about, I think, people knowing what they bring to situations. You're very masculine, and then you are, and then I'm pretty masculine. There are areas that I have that are like not at all, but like in a funny way.
But to go back to, yes, I know I'm masculine.
Yeah.
You don't see the femininity in me, like, at all?
I'm not arguing that.
Okay.
There's always duality.
Sure.
But I'm saying, like, the way that you present is, like,
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that's a man. When I look at you, I'm like, yeah, that's a man. Moves like a man, operates like a man, wants two bitches, that's a man. Wants to be the king of the, what did he say? King of the castle.
King of the castle.
Yeah. There we go. So, like, there's something so good about someone seeing that and going, like, oh, that's what that is, and then here's what I bring, and then those two things meshing. Because masculine, I don't even, like to use all the time. I'm just a very dominant person.
Yeah.
Very dominant person. So when
That's a masculine trait.
yes, it is extremely. And so, like when I meet someone who is, and submissive gets like a horrible rep. We're about to turn into fucking.
There's a
Sneeko
difference
and shit.
between submissive and subordinate.
Summed it up perfect.
Yeah.
And-
To summarize it even more, there's a difference between dominant and domineering, and there's
Yeah.
a difference between submissive and subordinate.
And like dominant and overbearing.
Yeah.
There's like differences between all these things.
Yeah.
And like when you meet someone with submissive energy in something intimate, that submissive energy holds more power.
Yeah.
I always view it, like whenever I'm trying to explain it to someone, I always view it as when that quiet kid, like when I talk, people listen because I'm fucking hilarious and I'm good looking.
Uh-huh. Go ahead. Keep going.
But when that quiet kid,
Yep.
I'm joking.
I know you're joking.
I mean, kind of.
I know you're kind of joking.
But when the quiet kid speaks up, everyone listens.
Yeah.
That's the power of like submissive energy. It's like when I say something, it's because I've sat and I've observed and I've thought about it, and here's what I'm saying, and you can ignore it, but you're gonna regret it later. And there's something of like this feminine energy where it's like, at least for me, it's always a soothing thing. I'm chaotic. You know this.
Yep.
My brain is chaotic. My life is chaotic. I like to live chaotically, and feminine energy, when it gets brought to me that I really love, it's just kind of just like this. It's not like, hey, shut the fuck up, because that would drive me insane. But it's like a yeah.
Like you're being pet
Yeah.
to submission.
Yeah, but it's like a I hear you.
Yeah.
I get it. You know, yada yada yada. Cool.
Do you feel like I provide that to you, like in our interactions?
You turn me up sometimes. I feel
turn
like
you up.
yeah, we have fun. You're also crazy.
Okay. How am I crazy? What makes me crazy, man?
We fought in the street.
We didn't fight. I'm just teaching you some jujitsu shit.
He broke my arm in the street in front of all these Greeks, and he's asking me how am I crazy? You gave the Greeks a Mandingo pay-per-view in the fucking street at Jeff's birthday. What the
It
fuck?
was so much fun.
It was
It
fun.
made me so happy, man.
It was boys being boys.
How did it feel with those holds? Like, how did that feel for you? Like putting those holds and shit.
Like my childhood. I'm just like, what? About to get my ass beat again.
That's horrifying. I'm sorry that I put you through that. in the streets.
See, now that's a joke, but you're not going like, oh damn, he ain't get over them beating him up as a child. I'm like, yeah, like it's just funny to just be like, made me feel like how I felt when I was 6. It makes me slam my ass on my head in the bathroom with PRE at the parent teacher conference, and I had to wear a do-rag so my mama didn't see the knot that they put on my head.
Oh, you exhaust me. I was gonna say something else and I wrote it down. Oh. Do you identify as straight?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're somewhere on the spectrum in sexuality of bisexuality?
I think I'm somewhere on the spectrum of like mental illness.
Okay.
No, I don't. No, like I know that I'm straight. Have I done a plethora of gay shit? I always say I'm gay, but I'm not homosexual. I always say that. Like I don't care to grab a nigga dick. Don't care. There's a lot of shit I don't care about. Clearly, I have that joke where I suck the dude's dick.
Yeah.
It's not it's a real story. But like, I could not like be with a man and intimately like kiss a man on the lips. Can't do that.
Could you fuck a dude?
I mean, like, I'm not like dying to. Like I wouldn't like want to, but I'm sure I could before I fucking make out with him. Ugh, I cannot do that. And you know, peace be to everyone that can. I got I'm trying to write this joke about one of like my gay best friends who we're going over his boyfriend's house tonight. Gay. And we're gonna watch a movie and carve pumpkins. Gay. And I'm trying to write a joke about him, because of just like of our relationship and him constantly being like, you are. Every time that the LGBTQ comes out with a new term, he'll say that I'm that. Mm-hmm. He'll go, first I was, you are gay. You're a closeted gay. And then he was like, you're bi-curious. And he was like, you're bi-straight. And he said some other dumb shit that's fucking made up to me the other day. And it just makes me laugh. But I'm just like, no, I just like pussy.
Okay. I have a question for you. I have a question for you, Kai.
This is killing me. I love you. I don't know why you feel like we're not, but this is so fun. I love doing this with you. I love doing this.
I love you as well, Kai.
Yay.
I swear I've just been like beaten down.
Fair.
Like my head hurts. I'm tired. We got the show later tonight. On
great fucking show, by the way, y'all. We got jokes every single Sunday at 9 o'clock at the Second City, hosted by Ty Riggs. I don't know Laro's last name. I was trying to think about it. Laro got. Oh, okay.
Laro the comedian.
Oh, Beyonce ass nigga.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Laro, and then of course Aaron Chase is fucking phenomenal. You had I tell you every time I see you, the second to last time I was there, murderous.
Thank you.
Murderous.
Thank you.
I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, Aaron is doing his shit right now.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was great.
Second City has been. It's given me a place to finally work.
Mm-hmm.
Like. Every week I know, okay, I have a place where there's going to be real people, and I have at least 10 minutes, and I can slip in new shit. And
Ain't it great?
Yeah, it's so nice. I love Second City. I love all of it.
I think you're growing tremendously in that shit.
Yeah, thank you.
It's great.
But, okay, so I'm visiting Riverside. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh.
December.
Oh.
For the first time in 2.5 years.
I thought you were talking about Riverdale. What is this nigga talking about Netflix for?
No, man, I'm visiting Riverside. I'm visiting California.
Who are you going to see?
Family, obviously. And no?
You don't got to do that.
No? Okay.
I mean, unless you like
I'll just stay on the street or whatever.
I mean,
they're the one who paid for the plane ticket.
Who wants to see? Yeah, that's a trap.
Yeah.
That's a trap.
I feel like you're projecting your experiences now.
Me?
Yeah, a little bit.
I love my family.
Okay.
I love them. They're great people. Fucking pieces of shit. Those fucking degenerate assholes. How can you be so mean to a 7-year-old boy? Okay. You're visiting. You're visiting Riverdale. They paid for your plane ticket.
Visiting Riverdale for the first time in December, and I have a lot of mixed feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to live in the moment, be present, or whatever. But there was this piece of me that's like, what is it going to be like to go back to ground zero where it all of the trauma, speaking of which, started. So I'm curious, what suggestions or thoughts do you have about that?
I'll say this. I'll start with a Stoic quote because I love this quote.
Okay.
And this also helped me with my ex. Once I actually learned my lesson, this helped me with my ex. No man can enter the same river twice, for he is a different man, and it is a different river. And so the thing that bothers me about whenever I see my family to now, just to the point where I just don't see them, I don't talk to them. I go over on Thanksgiving, but I drive myself, and then I leave whenever I want. But they can cook. If there's one thing those evil bitches can do, it is cook.
Do they watch this stuff?
I don't know. Probably not. Okay. I don't tell them anything. I don't send them anything. If they do, I don't give a fuck. Okay. I don't like these people. I don't care. Kieron, why did you say that? Because you fucking destroyed a child. Can I at least say anything back about how none of your marriages worked out and you don't have kids and you all got to fucking just spend time with each other? You better thank God there's 9 of you niggas because you'd be real lonely in this big cold world. If y'all did not have each other. Oh, boy. My mom called me the other day. Maybe my mom will stumble upon this, and she'll probably be fucking pissy or whatever. But me and my mom, you know how we've had an uphill battle for forever. And this does fit into what I'm saying. My mom recently told me, she was like, they upset her really. They hurt her feelings, basically.
The 9?
Yep.
Okay.
Her fucking, the trio that she rode hard for. Mm-hmm. They used to just all, you ever just get mollywopped by just a bunch of adults, no one, even your mama not even helping you? It was just brutal. My mom called me and she told me about some things that they did that hurt her feelings, and it was all things that they have done to me. And you know me, I cannot help but to be a dickhead. I'm there for you, but I can't help but to be a dickhead. Mm-hmm. So I'm going like, so I'm listening for a while, and then when I realized that everything is reminiscent, like everything, like there's not a single individual thing that she had, it's all shared experiences that we had. I go like, that sounds. So I'm saying, comedic timing. She don't got it. She's funny. I'm bullshitting. So I go like, that sounds like, and she goes, sounds crazy, don't it? I'm like, no, familiar. Like, sounds like someone's been trying to tell you that they do that for years, right? And I just keep saying it over to her, and she says, and then they said this, and that made me feel like, I'm like, oh my God, that made you feel that way as an adult woman? Imagine how a 7-year-old felt hearing those exact same things. She was like, and we were in public, and they tried to make me look crazy, and I'm like, oh, like, yeah, like they try to invalidate you or call you something, and then when you defend yourself, maybe that's why it made me so upset when my ex did that, come to think of it, because my family also did that, where it's like, Kieron, you're this, and I go, no, I'm not, and they go, see? Kieron, you're angry. I'm not angry. Ooh, why'd you raise your voice, see? And it's that kind of thing. And someone's like, so moral of the story is, I feel that if you have someone there who has any inclination of your growth, that will ease the process. But going back to a place doesn't matter, because it's not the same place, you're not the same person. But speaking to people who view the place as different but you as the same is where I tend to find a lot of my hardships. When I go back to Ohio, which is like quite frequent, and there are people that like kind of like, because I'm doing well for myself, and they don't really understand how this comedy thing works, so they're like really like clinging on to like oh, he's almost a, I like it, but they're treating me new, which I like because I worked hard for it, but they're speaking to me the same.
That sounds contradictory.
Cool. So, like, I went to a club with two of my best friends. Two of my best friends from high school, like some of the only ones that I speak to.
How many goddamn best friends do you have?
So when I say best friends, it's not, this is my best friend. It means that there are archetypes of people that I need in my life to help me, and these people do it the best.
Okay.
So, like, Muhammad is like one of the best arguers and reasoners that I have. Like, Zane is one of the best reflections of myself, but more mild-mannered. Okay. Same thing for Lauren.
And where am I in this adventures of your life?
You are a great friend.
Oh, no, I'm not one of the best.
There's not a single comic that is a best friend.
That's fucked up.
Because it's...
Because
of how y'all met me. Everyone in comedy has met me pretty refined. And everyone that is in that best friend sector has met me at different stages of me being a piece of shit.
Okay, fair
and
enough.
Then seeing what I have turned into now. And so it's that thing of where they know that I'm not the same man.
Sure.
And the river ain't even, right? So what I mean by this is when I go back to Ohio, I'm hanging out with these two guys in high school who were cool with everybody, but they were so quiet. Like they were like, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, they were like background characters. Everyone loved them. Everyone knew them for different reasons. Everyone knew me because of like I spoke at my graduate, like it was like that kind of thing, right? And so people would just be like, why are you so cool with like these guys? And I'm like, because they're fucking amazing. Like, they are the most amazing people to come out of this school. It's Micah, Malik, it's Will, there's Josh, there's Nicholas, there's Noah. Those are some of the best guys in my life. All fucking people of color, shit, niggas, all that. I just hold on to them. They're so good. I'm specifically talking about Micah and Malik. They're twins. Everyone loved them. But people are just like, well, they're not like on this party shit. They're not on this like whatever with you. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I love them. And so like, because they've seen my growth. And so it's like, we go out to a bar, people will come up to me that knew me, and they're like, oh man, like, oh, I see you doing big shit in Chicago, let me buy you a drink. Right? Like, oh, I saw you headline a show out here, let me buy you a drink. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, guys, this is my friend Kyle. We went to high school together. He's a comedian now. He's done this and this and this, right? So they're treating me new, but then they'll go like, man, remember when, and they'll tell me something, and they have nothing that they can tell me because they haven't been a part of me. And it's not a bad, it's like, of course, you're not here, and you're not one of those 5 from Ohio that still keep in contact with me. So, like, it's not a bad thing, but it's like, oh, you have no idea who I am. Like, I don't get mad at that anymore.
I think that's what I'm use the word worry, but that might not be the right word. But for right now, that's what I'm worried about.
Yep.
I'm worried about going back, and it's like so much has happened. And all you're going to have in your head, like you're saying, understandably so, all you're going to have in your head is 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. It's like, I'm literally not the same goddamn person. So I think I'm trying to figure out, a decision I made for myself is I'm going to try to be radically me. So who I am now, I want to be this when I go back, no matter what. And that's the only decision I've really made about it.
Can I say something to that?
Please.
It's my perception. This is my perception. You don't have to be radically you. You are innately you through everything that you have gone through. To be radically you, to me, insinuates like, doesn't matter how anybody feels. It's like that thing of like unapologetically black. And it's like, well, sometimes we're just loud. We don't need to be just fucking loud. So it's like, I'm going to be me, and I'm not going to allow them to speak to me as if I'm not this current version of me. But when you say like I'm going to be like
unapologetic or radically me,
radically you,
sure.
That's kind of a thing of like, I'm going to make sure that I do me to the utmost degree, and if it rubs them the wrong way, fuck it. And I don't think that is.
I'll tell you when I decided this.
Mm-hmm.
When I was going to go back, I was going back and forth on if I was going to take my nose ring out around my grandma. She doesn't know.
Oh my God.
She hasn't seen me. What is that? What is
That's
that?
just crazy. Take your nose ring out in front of your grandma.
Yeah, because she doesn't know about it.
Don't you think it's gay or something?
No. She just doesn't like that shit. She's just very she wanted me to be Obama, basically. She wanted me to be clean cut or whatever, no tattoos, no piercings or whatever. And I decided like, no, this is what I look like. Like, I'm not gonna take the fucking nose ring out.
That shit's hot.
Thank you, appreciate it. And that's what I mean by radically me. Something like that. Like this is just me.
Fair. Then my original perception doesn't matter. Because that's I support that. I fully agree with that. I like that.
And I think it's funny, I wanted to talk to you now and then go and then come back and talk to you again. But
Let's do it.
it'll be interesting. Now let's get into comedy, Kieron.
Okay.
Because I know I stay away from social media because I've gotten much better at not being jealous. But
yeah.
But the algorithm, this shit is built to break us down.
Yeah.
So I do know you've been doing well, but I don't know the extent of it because I don't go on it. So what's been going on?
I've been headlining a lot.
Okay.
By headlining, I mean I've been doing 30 minutes. I promised them 30. A lot of the shows I've ended up doing like 40. And I mean like it's like 30. Without a doubt, it's 35 of jokes. It's 35 of jokes. Can guarantee that. Jokes that work, jokes that I've been doing across the Midwest, it works. My old therapist said I had to stop doing that, proving myself when no one's fighting a point.
Wait,
funny.
what?
I just thought of something that I did.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I'm a work in progress. Yeah, so
I can't wait till you're famous when these come out and people start actually watching these episodes.
yeah, and then that little guy that fucking commented that shit can jerk himself off till he can autoerotic. I'm just kidding. I like him. I want you. Whoever you are, I want you to comment again. Say something personal this time, bitch. Say something. Say something about how much you don't like me. What the fuck are you just commenting?
It was at Miss Under this.
Dear Misunderstatic. All right. Number 1, name dumb. Number 2, see. Let me show you how to insult somebody online.
Don't type it as me.
No. I was trying to open the picture. I was going to roast the picture.
Okay.
I'm not going to roast you. I'm totally joking. But no, please. Hope you watch this episode, and you are more than welcome to comment as much hateful shit as you want. It's fun. No, comedy's good. So I've been headlining. I've been traveling a lot. All of August, I was on the road.
Yeah.
I think that's what got me in trouble with the thing that we spoke about. Yeah, you know, you
That'll
kind of.
happen on the road.
It will happen on the road, and it did happen on the road. Oh, buddy. Yeah, so I was on the road all of August, having the time of my fucking life. Was doing headlining spots, did a comedy week, performed at Comedy on State, spoke to Alec. It was great. Went to Ohio, headlined a show there, did a bunch of other shows, met a bunch of people that like I knew, but they got to like see me kind of like in a bit of my glory, and that felt good. Came back here, was like not happy for like the first like week and a half. I don't feel like the city respects me, but at the same time, I don't feel like anybody respects me ever.
Okay.
So
you don't feel like anybody respects you ever. Fair enough. What is it? But it sounds like you felt that respect on the road.
of course, because they're meeting that current version of me.
Okay, so then why do you think the city doesn't respect you?
Because yeah, people tell me to stop saying that. I'm like, That's how I feel.
Well, I want to understand why. Because if there's a real reason as to why, then I think that's fair to say it. But it doesn't seem like it, man. Like you said, everyone likes you. You get booked. You're headlining. You're on the road. Like,
yeah.
How about this? To put this into perspective, everything you just described makes me jealous. It makes me jealous and angry and frustrated.
Yeah.
What? What is this?
Nothing. I'm listening.
Okay, I'll keep going. I'll keep talking then while you process whatever you're processing, because your eyes are darting. But no, when you say all of that, the pettiness in me, the knee jerk, the competitive in me is immediately like, man, I should be headlining, getting on the road, and I don't have a car. That's probably why, because I don't have a car. If I had a car, I'd be able to do all the stuff. Like, whatever.
Maybe you could.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the things I'm realizing through Second City is it's like I get it.
Can I say really quick?
Yeah.
The people in the city do respect me.
Okay, yeah, let's do this. Come on. Yeah, they do. They respect you. 100%.
I think.
Why would they not?
I truly can't, and not even trying to be dramatic. Like, I hate that we're even, but I want to stay on this because it is making me a bit uncomfortable. So I want to stay on it because obviously it's something that matters to me.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, not even to be like, oh my God. But like, I have truly just always believed that nobody likes me. And that the only reason that people listen to me is because the things that I say are funny. And I still argue that point to the end of time. No one gives a fuck about your opinion unless you can say it while dribbling the ball, making it rhyme, or making them laugh.
I'm going to disagree purely on the fact that I exist, and this whole podcast is about not being funny and doing all those things.
But what do I know you through?
We met through comedy, but that's because we met through comedy. That doesn't mean like...
So that's the only... When you proved to me that you were funny, that's the only reason I gave a fuck about what you had to say. I'm not saying us physically, but I'm saying like I think that is like... Because think about all the worthless shit out there that is just chatter that you don't pay attention to.
Sure.
It's not funny. Or it's not someone that worked really hard to get to a place to be able to say these things where you believe socially that you should care about this thing.
It's less than not. It has to be interesting to me. I didn't tell you about this. Did I tell you I'm not funny?
Okay, you're more interesting than funny is what you're gonna say.
No.
Okay.
No.
So you're neither. Nigga.
I am beyond.
Sounds like narcissist response.
Am I being a narcissist right now?
I think you're being a narcissist.
I think I've learned from the best.
Takes one to know one, nigga. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. You're in good company. Welcome to the clan.
Thank you. I'm glad it's a clan. It's not a group.
No, it's a clan.
Okay. Yeah, the clan of narcissists.
It's a clan. It's brotherhood.
I support it.
No bitches allowed.
No, dude, I found out recently, or I discovered this about myself. I'm
right.
not funny, and I'm good with that. I know how to be funny. I understand the art and the craft of stand-up comedy. I can tell jokes. I can write jokes. But on a day-to-day, I'm not like the way you tell jokes and shit. I don't do that shit. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm not funny like that. And I came to realize, like, I was trying to...
Don't do that, bitch. I fidget all the time.
I'm trying to... I feel like these episodes are just for us.
Why would they not? I love you. You're a great friend.
I know. There's other, like, most of these podcasts are for people to, like, other comics to look at these other comics. That's kind of what happens.
But you should listen to me. I'm the fucking GOAT. What are you talking about? Why would these other comics not listen to me?
Maybe this is why they don't like you, Kai. Maybe this is why they don't respect you, because of behavior like that.
Because I'm the GOAT?
Yeah.
I'm nice as fuck to them.
Uh-huh. All right, J. Cole.
I am.
But
I'm just playing. I'm not the GOAT yet.
I'm not. I'm not funny, and I don't want to be. I think what has been happening, what I've realized about myself is because I'm a comic, and I'm around people who are trying to be fucking funny all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm supposed to. Look at me do the thing too.
Right.
And I've just come to the place where I'm like, I don't fucking tell jokes. I don't give a shit. That's not what I care about. I want to make art. Right. I want to make films. I want to make collages. I want to learn how to draw, make cartoons.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I'm not funny.
But you're gay.
Yeah.
I'm joking. You're artistic.
Yeah.
And I want to say there's a lot of comics that when they're off stage, they just want to be a person. I think truly, well, not even what I think. What I know about me, I know that I'm really like charismatic as a person. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. And then like I know that I'm loud.
Yes.
And I know that I'm quick-witted.
Yes, all of those things are accurate.
That's where most of the funny come. Oh, and I understand people really well. Like I understand interpersonal interactions really well. And so I think that I don't even think that I'm being funny most of the time. Like because what I don't want you to think, because I won't say this. I won't agree with that.
That I'm not funny?
I won't really agree with that.
Okay.
Because a lot of times when comics say shit like that, it's because we're looking at all these other fucking jerk off dickheads that can't go a fucking second without doing a bit.
Yeah.
Be a fucking person. I don't do bits. I haven't done a bit here. I haven't done a bit.
Okay.
We've made like inside joke. Like I bring up like shit that we've talked about before, so it's funny to re-bring up. But I'm not doing the thing of where it goes like
yes and where we just keep going and going and
basically
going. Yeah.
or going like oh, that's what my Jewish lawyer said to me, like that shit. Like what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you trying to set a scene right now? Be a person.
Yeah.
But we have made each other laugh.
We have.
That whole little thing of that's what a narcissist would say. Well, I learned from the best. Welcome to the clan. That's not a bit. That's just us doing inside shit together that is funny.
Sure.
So I wouldn't fully say I would say that you're not bitty, and that may be a huge reason of why I like talking to you.
Yeah.
If I came in here and everything was just a bit, let's just hit the jokes out, because I have done several podcasts like that. I'm like, this is not enjoyable for me. I'm not that kind of comic. We're gonna learn about each other first. You're gonna learn that I don't give a fuck what we talk about. Like there's nothing off limits for me except for that.
Yeah, well, that's, but that's because of someone else's livelihood.
Right,
yeah,
right. Yeah. But like, there's nothing off limits for me. I don't care. Talk about shit that hurts my feelings. Call me out. Call me a narcissist. You just did it too serious. So then I
did it too serious?
Yeah, you could have just been like, you're a fucking narcissist, and then we could have, and you'd be like, no,
I wasn't joking.
Yeah. Hey, fuck you. Stop doubling down. All right. Yeah. Like that could have been like I lost my train of thought doing that bit. No, but like, that's not fun.
Right.
Comics like that aren't fun. And that's really, in my opinion, I thought we were so synced up just now. I thought you were going like, and I'm like, yeah, it's a white trait. I really thought we were just so synced up just now. I thought but it's like a really like white trait, because there's not a lot of substance there. We have pain and hurt to talk about, and we're very open with it because we're surrounded by it. That's where our humor comes from most of the time. So I wouldn't fully agree with that statement. Are you bitty? No. Not at all.
All right. I feel you there. Okay. Break down what makes you a good comic again. You described charismatic. What else?
Oh, that's what makes me like funny, like in conversation. It also helps on stage.
That's what makes you funny in conversation. Say it again. You're charismatic.
As fuck.
This narcissist thing, I swear to God, dude.
You know that was funny as hell. Stop. That was funny as fuck. You're charismatic as fuck, right? What the that was good. Charismatic.
You know people well.
Yeah, I'm really good at like knowing, like responding to.
Quick-witted.
Very quick-witted.
Yeah, those are like the three to me that summarize what makes you funny day to day.
Okay.
To me, I think I'm interesting.
You are.
I think I'm charismatic, not in the same type of. It's a different type of. Charisma.
But you are. You fucking shit.
Is that how you know I'm charismatic? Cause
truly helps.
Yeah, that's fair.
Truly, it's a good indicator.
Yeah, that's fair. But there's like a suave is not the right word. Smoother. You know what it is? Okay, I'm interesting and I'm goofy.
You are goofy.
That's yeah.
And you're comfortable. And I actually really I know that I joke with this about you a lot. I really fuck with your comfortability. Have you talked about like the types of people that you have sex with on this?
No.
Okay, never mind that.
Wait, what?
The types of people.
Are we? Oh yeah, we've discussed that.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. We can talk
It's
about
amazing how you as a black man are so comfortable saying that to other black men that you know are going to respond like niggas.
Yeah.
Like, I truly respect that about you. Like, because I do it in the same way, but with different topics.
Sure.
Like, I'm just like no one's going to agree with me on this. No one's going to see my side. But what am I going to do? Just not ever talk about it? And I respect the fuck out of that with you. And I know I joke a lot about it because it's funny as fuck to joke about. It's fucking hilarious. But on some real shit, I like every time that type of shit gets brought up, I go like, wow, like that's just it's just admirable. Just be like, yeah, and it's like you're not gonna get it. It's like, why am I gonna debate? You're not gonna get it.
Yeah. That when we had that conversation with, I want to say it was Said in Laugh Factory.
Crazy.
That was, and I should have him on the. Okay, before let me do a little rule I have for myself is I don't like to talk about other people on the podcast and what they say or do without them being here, so that they can not defend themselves, but say their piece, because I know I will inherently misconstrue because I'm me and they're them.
Very respectable.
Yeah, so we can summarize this and just talk about it in general, but I don't want to speak to Said specifically.
Man, yeah, Said was being a bitch ass nigga, man. He was over here talking all this whoop-de-whoop, old dumb ass, old head ass, old OG ass. I'm kidding.
Can you explain what happened while I go to the bathroom?
Damn, to who?
To me. You can't talk.
I'm not good at talking when no one's. That's actually a lie. I talk my head off. Now I kind of just want to talk about how much I talk to myself, though. That's the thing. Damn, Aaron, that shit huge, bro. Damn, if y'all can see this shit right now, you be creaming. Yeah, basically we were like so I can say everything, so include all the parts?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at the Laugh Factory. Aaron's talking about how he fucking trans bitches. Aaron's talking about how he fucking trans bitches, and sometimes I'm not really, listen, not to be one of those white guys, but like I got trans friends, so I'm not even saying nothing like even like remotely. I'm just not one of the guys that's gonna tiptoe around what the fuck he says. So we're talking about Aaron fucking trans women who still got like, you know, original like factory setting parts and shit. And so then I go like, oh, do you view that as gay? And then he goes like, no, that's a woman. And then it goes into a whole debate. And I'm not arguing. I don't think I was arguing or agreeing with anything. I was just going like, that's interesting, you know? And then we're having this conversation. I'm just listening, enjoying it. You said something about you said something about booty, and it made me laugh real hard. I can't remember what it was, but it really made me laugh hard. And then we were both like, let's talk about this somewhere else, because like other people are going to hear this. Other black men are going to hear this, and then, you know, jump into whatever. Now, and that's why I don't like talking about like I will say, even though I talk to you, even though I'm like, the camera is just like, that's just like part of like I said, I've been fucking social media, I've been doing fucking interviews since I was like, you know, since 2015. So like I am, but like, so like I'm used to that shit just being there. And then like some people go like, oh my God, do I like, and I'm like, this is just here. But like I like just talking and getting personal. So when I tell you these personal things, it's not for them. They get to hear it. You know, lucky as fuck y'all are. But we are, I promise. But I'm saying it to you. And I know that when there are other people present, there's a lot of things that I don't talk about that you know about. And so, see how I winded it all back together? And so when we were talking, I'm like, I know that you're saying this to me. And that when these other people get involved, like this camera, but a camera that can respond with old ideology, it gets tricky. And that's essentially all that transpired, was just people with differing views, but from a place of, if we're calling it black and white, just from a place of ignorance because they haven't done it. Like technically I can't speak on.
To me, it's ignorant because it is, first off, there's no moral issue. No one, anytime I talk about this shit with black men in particular, like evangelist Christians is a whole other discussion, but like black men, their whole thing is you, that's gay. That really is what it comes down to. That is not a moral thing, it's not an ethical thing.
No, gay is you go to hell.
I don't even know if they even believe that shit, if I'm being honest.
They don't gotta believe it because they go in there. You don't gotta believe that you in hell when you just look around and you in hell.
But this like it just always becomes a thing, and it's my reasoning for at this point. My reasoning for talking about it is because I think it's disrespectful to not. Like I think that the amount of trans porn that exists in the world. Oh, none of these dudes got curious. None of them. Oh, it's all for me, huh? Oh, they made it all for me.
I watched that's funny. Oh, they made it all for me? That's hilarious. That should be a bit. Like really, I was just talking to Ken Hamlet, hilarious fucking comic, big brother of mine, just featured for him in at Don't Tell Indy, great comic. I was just talking to him about like he has a joke, and I'm not gonna say anything about it because like he was just telling it to me, and I'm like that needs to be a bit. But it's like that type of joke shouldn't be like set up punchline. Dun, 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 dun. It should be like a thing of where you know that other people perceive it as weird. Because this is my whole thing. I truly, you know me, I don't give a fuck. I talk to everybody, everything. I'll kiss anybody on the cheek, on the forehead. I'll grab their ass. I'll grab their dick. I'll grab whatever. I don't give a fuck. I love you. You're a person. No, because it's like none of that's weird to me. Like we know each other. Like when I go over these you clicked it off.
I hope not. Keep going. Good. Keep talking.
But like when I go over my gay friends' houses tonight, they super duper gay. We're gonna fucking smack each other's ass. We're gonna say horrible shit to each other, and then we're gonna kiss each other on the forehead before we leave. We're going to. It's just what we do.
Those are the rules,
right? You know what I mean? And so it's like that threw me off. Hold on. We were just talking about
why it's disrespectful for me not to.
Right. And so I think that you should joke what you just said. It's all for me because like my only thing is that I don't like for people to act like people don't like the word weird. And weird is peculiar and peculiar is abnormal and abnormal means that it's not normally seen. It's not the majority. So all of these like movements and shit that are happening right now are weird.
Yep.
Black people across America finding them in Nebraska is weird. That's not me saying black people are weird. What the fuck are they doing in Nebraska? I'm not saying that. It is abnormal. It is not the norm. That's all I'm saying. So my whole thing is like, I truly like celebrate all you fucking people. All you people. I just want to just be honest that it's weird. And so
sure, in the way you're describing
in the purely in the way that I'm describing it. And so I think that with you acknowledging how other people respond to it, if you were to go up on stage and be like it's not a joke, it's more like I'm pleading. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I think that would make it because I'm all about like narrative jokes where it's humanizing you and you're like, this is real about me. And like the crowd, now we're in Chicago, so everyone's gonna just want to act like you're a fucking ally instead of just like which is so dumb to me.
It depends. If I were to like you're describing the north side, you'll never go to the south side. If I said that shit in the south side, there actually might be problems.
I mean, yeah, but like you run a fucking show at the Second City, so I'm talking about doing that shit at your fucking show. Right. People probably be like, oh my god, yeah. Right? Which is lame. Just because you fuck someone who is a minority doesn't mean that you're a fucking ally. It just means that you have a preference. You fucking idiots. I hate that shit. That is the dumbest shit ever. Would
you describe me as an ally in relation to this because of my thought process?
I don't say that dumbass word. Just be a good person. I think it's a dumb word. I think it's a terminology that we created for no fucking reason.
All right, time to argue.
Yeah, well, please, because I think I'm really not big on all that shit. Like,
can you summarize in the best Kai way possible? Can you summarize your issue with the word ally?
My issue is not with the word ally. My issue is with, I'm going to say this very specifically. I know that some terms have been around for a long time to give context to a certain thing that has been happening for an even longer time. I'm not saying that all these words came out in 2014 when they made gay marriage legal. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not just wanted to preface that. The way that we try to create rhetoric to push our point further is insufferable to me. I think that if you have sex with trans women, mm-hmm. you have sex with trans women. Mm-hmm. You don't think that it's strange. You don't think that it's wrong. You enjoy having sex with trans women. I would never look at you and go like, you're an ally. Stop. I would never look at you and go like, you're an ally.
Say it again. Say the word again.
Ally. Aaron just came thinking of trans bussy. It's like I would just go like, yeah, Aaron's very comfortable in his sexuality. Aaron has sex with who he wants to. But adding ally to it makes it seem like here's my issue. Because you're doing it, mm-hmm. it is.
You ready for my pushback?
It is progressive because you're doing it.
Yeah. Here's my pushback.
Give it to me. I'll argue this till the fucking wheels fall off.
I believe it.
I hate these words.
Okay. You know, words are important.
People of color, dumbest shit ever. Stupid ass fucking word. We were fine with black until you started saying black. We were fine with it.
No, me just sleeping with a trans woman does not inherently make me an ally. They actually have a word for, I didn't know this until like I had to learn more about it. They have a word for people or for men, cis men who go after, I know.
This is my point.
I know. But you know what I'm saying. that go after trans women as a fetish,
right?
And they're called chasers.
It's not even funny.
So I don't think they were trying to be.
But like,
not everyone needs to be hilarious.
But like Chubby Chaser, Chuckle Fucker, those are all good. They need a funny one for.
Yeah, well they call.
Well,
them,
they're sensitive, so
they call them chasers, right?
Right.
It's this person that doesn't actually respect or views you purely as an object, as a sexual object, in the same way that like white women can be racist as fuck and go just still want to fuck black dudes.
I'm from Ohio. They will fuck the shit out of you with their parents hating you.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
You get what I'm saying?
I know. I'm from the
get
desert, man.
I'm not mad at it. I was like, bitch, if this is what racism is, give me an extra large and a side of fries.
How are you again? How old are you again?
You know.
No, how old are you again?
No.
20.
No, please, no. Please, no.
No?
No.
Why?
No.
Does it bother you?
Profusely.
Okay. Because when I was your age,
okay,
I had the same thought when I was your age. And I know you're joking.
Oh, yeah, that was a joke. I'm not, yeah, don't be racist, bitch. Yeah. That was a joke.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Nothing.
I am saying that the women who have fucked me that come from racist households have fucked the shit out of me, though.
Oh, yeah, they do that because it's a whole complicated.
And I'm not mad at it. I don't leave feeling dirty. I leave feeling like I just got the shit fucked out of me. I feel my balls are empty. I feel great.
I used to feel that way.
Right.
I used to feel that way. Then the older I got and the more I've dealt with white people, the more I'm like, yeah, I don't want to have sex with the person that's viewing me as a fucking animal, basically.
So fair. So valid.
You just don't care.
I specifically, and we're going to get back to the...
Yeah, we'll get back to the... Yeah.
Specifically, like, I love God a lot. Went to Jesus camp when I was young. I was raised Christian, not really Christian. Now I read a lot about Islam. I read a lot about Christianity still. Mm-hmm. I think that I'm a great Christian because I show God without mentioning him. Mm-hmm. I'm just a good person. And
I can't wait to see how this comes full
And
circle.
in the same way of when I do these shows on the road, we live in the Midwest. I go to Iowa, Indiana, Ohio all the fucking time, Kentucky all the time. And I am just killing this room of white folk, killing them. They love me. Come to a bar with us. They buy me drinks. They talk to me. And then they end up eventually saying something that really sets me apart. I don't want it to come across as me going like, yeah, I'm going to fuck with... Like, that's not like ignorant coon shit.
Right.
Like, that's just... I'm going to explain. And so when I'm out there with these people and I hear them say things, I will politely disagree and then continue to show them that what they're talking about is not based off of a person that they've met. It's based off of things that they've heard or read. And so I like to be the one that plants a seed. If they don't water it, it won't grow.
Before you keep going, I think the place where you're wrong is the at all suggesting that they're able to read, but continue.
That's hilarious. They said the same thing about us. But it's like whether they water that seed or not is not up to me.
Sure.
But like me going out and like people have just said the craziest shit to me on the road. And my job, it's never our job to educate you're a fucking, that's dumb too. That's dumb as fuck. Where everything is a learning experience. Everybody is you. Everyone is you. Everyone is you if everyone is you with circumstances different than yours. So like I am Dave Chappelle. If I was born in 19 whatever and my parents bounced back and forth from Beaver Creek, Ohio to DC, I am Dave Chappelle.
Let's try to hone it back into what we were talking about.
I am everyone.
Yeah.
And you are everyone.
Yeah.
And
we are a narcissist.
Yeah. Everyone wishes they were me. So it's like all life is. I hate how everyone goes like life is just a learning experience. Everyone teaches you things. But then when it comes down to us having to educate and us having to be patient of people that are intolerable with us, that's not my job. Yes, the fuck it is. Is it tiring? Is it unfair? Is it XYZ? Is it not your responsibility? Yes. But I think that as fucking people, it is us teaching each other should be one of the greatest joys ever. I'm being serious.
I know.
All this shit infuriates me. We are meant to be divided. Men and women are meant to be divided. Gay men and straight men meant to be divided. Gay men and lesbians fucking hate each other. It's my favorite shit ever to watch.
That's really funny.
It's my favorite shit ever. Especially like, whatever. I was gonna tell a story, but
allies. The word ally.
Yeah, all these dumb words. Right. Yes.
if someone is, I look at us as, and I do not like the term or the phrase culture war, because white people and racist white people have kind of dug their hooks into that phrase. But, we're in a war as far as I'm concerned. Those people are my enemy. So anyone that is against my enemy is my ally. To me, there's these people that want to kill trans people and don't want them to exist, want to take away their medical care, don't want to even acknowledge that they're people.
They're people?
Yeah.
I thought they were just trans.
No, they, right. But those people are against these people. I'm on their side.
Right.
In this war that they literally want to kill these people, I'm an ally to these people. When a white person, Dan Cass is an ally to black people. He's an ally. He's on our side. He's not Dan. You're looking confused. Like he called you nigger once. What happened?
No,
I would describe Dan as an ally because he's not on. You should listen to his episode if you haven't. He's not on their side. He's on our side. He's an ally.
There's an article that I read in 2018, I think, and it's one of my favorite pieces of short literature that I've ever read. It's called "The Other Side Is Not Dumb."
They're not dumb?
The Other Side Is Not Dumb.
Okay.
And I implore everybody to read this article. It's really short. Mm-hmm. And it's essentially about how we are no longer fighting issues because of what we believe in. We are more so joining a hive mind to prove to whatever team we wish to belong to that we are still on their team. And that is where I think society has kind of crumbled.
Are you relating this to what I'm saying?
Yes.
Why?
This is going to be real dicey, and they're probably going to chop this up in the future.
Okay.
I'll just let it be.
The theys and the thems?
Probably.
Okay.
I'll just let it be what it is. Because I think what I'm saying is truly, it's loving.
Okay.
It's turf for sure, but I'm kidding. I'm joking. So I think that in terms of, if we're looking at numbers, being trans is far less common than just like being gay.
Yeah.
So then if I go back to really the root of abnormal, which is just not normal, being trans is like the weirder,
abnormal, strange, weird.
It's the weirder thing to be, right? And I view it as the weirder thing to be. I'm like, this is so brand, not. Oh my god.
I know what you're saying.
Stonewall, but they don't, and I'm trying to make sure that they can't cut me up too bad.
It's too late.
I know, but like with Stonewall and with Eddie Izzard and with Elton John and with all these people that were like pushing these binary lenses. Like, I'm not an idiot. I am aware and I have studied their culture in a sense where I would go like, but I would never call myself an ally. I just learned about them as people, and even though that I think that that's the out of if we're going gay or trans, if we're looking at the whole LGBTQIA plus spectrum, I would go, oh well, yeah, trans is the weirdest one. Sure. It's the smallest one,
sure,
and it's the one that like involves like the most steps, and it's like this whole thing that is like confusing.
It is
to me, right?
Very confusing. Me
having that ideology aligns with someone over there that just hates them. Them being like, it's confusing, too many steps. That's an ideology that someone holds. Sure. But I respect them. Mm-hmm. And so I think that this whole thing of sides is so ridiculous. I have an idea where I'm like, that's strange to me. I can't relate to the things that they're feeling. I can't relate to gender dysphoria. Mm-hmm. I can't relate to, I wear dresses every Halloween, but it was never because I was like speaking my truth. I just think that it's a fun thing.
Something in there.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Sure, I think it's fun. I think I look hot.
I'm gonna do the thing.
Yeah. So it's like I have these ideas that don't, on paper, or if someone cuts this video up, looks horrible. But then at the end of the fucking day, I love them. Mm-hmm. I love them. Yep. And I want nothing but the greatest things for them. I want progress for them. Mm-hmm.
Then you're not on those people's side.
It's not a side.
It is a side.
It's not a. It's
the point that we're in a point where these people want to take away rights. They want to take away education. They want to take away health care. They want to take away our lives very literally. This is a war to me. They are not on our side. There's a lot of people that you've performed for that, if we're being honest, would be totally fine if you got lynched.
I think I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying.
Okay.
And maybe side is where I think we're getting caught up on maybe like semantics possibly.
Okay.
I think not say we, I think maybe I am.
Okay.
Because I did start this whole thing with words. So not we. I am getting caught up on semantics.
Yeah.
The side thing is like, Because I do believe, like, we take it down to politics. Like, I do believe that there are like one issue voters. I do believe that.
Okay.
And so I don't believe that every person that voted for Donald Trump hates Mexicans.
No, not every. No.
But that's a side. And so when we do that generalization to them, we go like, well, yeah, because we're fighting the good fight. But then when they do it to us, we go, you're fucking racist and this and this. And I'm like, that's when it gets hairy. If you just assign a side to somebody, then it gets sticky. I think that they were like, oh, well, now I'm on this team, but I still have these free-flowing thoughts. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's very cute of them to have those free-flowing thoughts. Cool.
But I do.
Okay.
Would you say that I'm on your side?
Yeah.
But I have thoughts that heavily differ from yours about really specific things.
Yeah, but you don't take those thoughts to a place where you want to take anything from anybody or hurt anybody.
Very good response. Give me a moment to reflect.
This nigga looks shook.
That was a very good response, and I'm actually enjoying this a lot.
Yeah, I know.
That's a very good response.
You want me to elaborate while you're thinking?
Please.
Okay. I don't have a problem with people disagreeing with me or having a different opinion or different perspective. There's no problem with that. That's cool. That's cool. There is a line. There is a point where it's like, okay, we're done here.
Point of no return.
The point of no return is you are taking someone's rights away. You're taking away their comfort. You're not even acknowledging they exist as humans.
We agree in this.
Yeah. Cool. I get on the. What you're talking about is like a philosophical discussion.
It's grouping anyone that, because there are people in that group that just believe that like trans shit is wrong. Yeah. But they don't want to hurt any trans people. They don't want to kill any trans. They don't want to take rights away.
They think that those people existing is wrong.
Yeah, they go like that's wrong. That goes against my religion. But like sure, let them get the whatever. It doesn't hurt me. There are real people that think. I am just saying that there is so much nuance to things, and sides is objectively black and white. And so I hate when people get grouped into sides.
There is a lot of nuance, but that nuance goes away when people's lives are being taken.
For sure.
Yeah.
But do you see the main thing that truly the only thing that I'm pushing right now is that there are a bunch of people that we could classify as on that side, but there is at least one on that side with all those other angry people who was like, oh no, I don't want any of this to happen. I just think it's wrong.
I think it was Muhammad Ali was in an interview where he said if there's 1,000 snakes coming towards me and some of those snakes do not want to hurt me, have no intention to harm me. You think I'm going to sit there and figure out which snake is not going to try to kill me? No. I got a bunch of snakes coming to me. Fuck that. I'm getting away from those snakes, or I'm killing those snakes. This is how I feel about it. You're right. Those people exist who don't have malicious intent, but are philosophical. No, it's there. It is wrong that they exist, but if they want to live, that's fine. But it's wrong that they exist. It's like, no, fuck you. You're a snake. I'm good. I grew up and I know you don't like to talk about age and shit, but like, I grew up with a similar belief system that you had. You remind me of me when I was younger in a lot of ways. In your energy, in your thought process, in your approach.
My big old dick.
And your huge.
No, I'm just playing. I don't got
that.
Aaron put his dick in that shit fell in the toilet water.
It was pretty crazy. Yeah. But you remind me of that, and because you're thinking about it in such a philosophical place. And I did that too for a really long time. I was patient. I was understanding. I would sit down and I would have a discussion. I would listen. I would do all the stuff, and it didn't matter because it doesn't matter. They don't care. They do not care. They don't care about your life. They don't care about my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm no longer specifically arguing this issue. You have made phenomenal points that I love and I wholeheartedly agree with. I do want to be clear. I have not disagreed with anything that you've said outside of like the side thing. Just the side being a pure black and white. I want to make that clear.
Sure.
Have not disagreed with you on anything that you've said. We are in full agreement.
Yeah.
I do want to say that there is. This is not about what we were just talking about. This is a new point.
Okay.
A fact is only determined when it's the widest believed opinion. That's how facts get formed. That's a Stoic quote.
Okay.
Of course, there's like a bunch of shit to refute that, but I'm using it again philosophically.
Right. We're not talking about 2 + 2 = 4. I disagree. We're saying different types of facts.
Right, but okay, if I get real meta and idiotic, someone invented 2, someone invented plus, someone invented 2. Everyone was like, yeah, we agree with this.
Sure.
That now became a fact because we weren't there at the inception of it.
Yeah, okay.
It's annoying, and
It's
I don't want to.
annoying,
I don't
but
want to be like that annoying. I don't want to go that deep into it.
Sure, I get what you're saying.
So
and I'm listening to everything you're saying.
right. So the part that is tricky. You pissing again?
I drink a lot of water because my head hurts.
Oh, fair. So I think that like the thing that gets tricky. This is so difficult. This is such a. It's not even that it's a polarizing topic. It's just that it is such a finicky topic because of how differing opinions. If it's kind of a thing of where if you're not all the way with me, then you are against me. It seems like that is a common way of thinking in today's age.
It depends on what we're talking about. Like if we want to talk about what's better, Southside comedy or Northside comedy. Sure, so much fun. We could talk about that. That's crazy. Oh, what? The Southsiders are better at crowd work, but Northsiders write better. Sure. But and there's backs and forths. We can do that all day, and it'd be a lot of fun.
But when it comes to human people and their lives, there is no in between. I hear you on that.
Yeah.
But that's an example I don't like, because me sitting here and being like, going off of words, abnormal.
Yeah.
Being trans is abnormal.
Yeah.
That's a thing that would upset people that are trans if they heard me say that without understanding the context of how much I will ride for them the same way that I will ride for black people because they are in actual danger.
So you don't like that that literally the word abnormal is accurate to what you're describing, but people will take offense to it.
Because of what they believe as their fact. As they're like, no, like this is completely whatever. Everything is completely this. And I'm like, no, there's no black and white like that anywhere when it comes to people. And so it's like I'm on your side, using like your verbiage. I'm on your side. You could hear me say these things and be like, oh, no, you're not. Despite the fact that I would there are actual things that I have done for several people of the LGBTQIA plus community. Several things that I have done selflessly for them. Well, you can't do anything selflessly. Everything is kind of selfless.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying. But if that abnormal thing is to get taken out of context, even though it is objective as truth can be,
sure.
It is that they now go, oh, well, you're not on my side. And it's that thing of where, and again, I'm not talking about the people that want to fucking kill. I'm not talking. I started moving on from that. Yeah. It's that kind of thing that makes me upset with the rhetoric that we use around this, because it makes for a discussion to be harder. It makes discussions harder to have and harder to hold, and it makes people less malleable because they want to fit into their side rather than be a person, which I believe everyone is at the root.
So I know exactly what you're talking about. It's finicky and it's nitpicky. It's like when you say abnormal, I know exactly what the fuck you mean. When you say what I do is weird, I'm like, yeah, I know. You've explained it. I know exactly what you mean. And the idea that someone could take the nuances of what you're saying and twist it into being on a side that is against them is irritating.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel that too.
And I feel like, I'm sorry, and I feel like us generalizing sides makes it seem like the whole world is fucking against you more than it actually is. We are black men. A lot of people are fucking against us.
There's many.
A lot.
Especially in the LGBTQ community.
A lot. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, so I'm just not saying his name, but like he's a black gay man, and he has fucking cried to me about white gay men in Chicago.
Yeah, they're terrible, they're vicious,
and how race. But then that right there, they are terrible. There's so much nuance in them. His boyfriend is a white gay man, and he's in love with this dumb nigga. I love him too. I met him. I met his boyfriend recently.
Yeah.
I love him, right? But if we just go, oh yeah, they're vicious, then and we really hold that thought to be self-evident, then he would have never spoke to him.
No, because people are complicated.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so it's like this.
And that there's a line, right? Where's the line?
Being gay. Are we talking about the line where you go to hell?
The line to me is look. Every time I deal with a white trans woman, I'm always like, you're white, you know that, right? I get in on them. Mm-hmm. I don't never ever let them skirt around that because white people love to find their
oppression
angle.
Olympics.
They love that shit because they know deep down at least I'm not, you know.
At the end of the day.
Right. They know that. And so they're trying to find their little where they can fit in. And that gets on my nerves. That's fucking irritating.
Yep.
And so I call them out on it. But that doesn't mean that also doesn't mean it's okay for that side. Again, I know the word. Doesn't mean that's okay for that side to that's irritating. It's not reprehensible. It's fucking irritating. It's annoying, it's insulting, it's disrespectful.
Good.
But it's not these people over here want to literally kill these people. That is the point where I'm like, okay, we're done. I'm done with this.
We agree on that.
Okay. Then
I'm really not arguing that. I'm just arguing that it's I won't even act like it's not futile or fucking trivial, but I'm really just getting caught up. I think that the way that we have made the ammunition that we have given words has also okay, this is my main point. Everything that I've just said for the last fucking 30 minutes. I think that my main point is that all the ammunition and weight that we have given words to help close the divide has helped to lengthen it. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's fair. End of podcast, or no? How do we?
What time is it?
By the way, you haven't, because it's been a very long time. You haven't done the 5-year thing, have you? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know. I love that.
When you watch, what episodes have you seen?
Jessica's, Ty's, Michael's, Jason Melton's.
Mike Robinson?
Yep. That was great.
That was really crazy.
I only watched Ty's because he said he watched mine. That's a joke. There's a couple. I watched Jessica's re-up, which I loved. I loved that you did that.
She is like grown.
Yeah.
A lot.
You think I have to? I'm joking.
No,
I'm fucking with you.
I
fuck you. I hate you.
Yeah.
There's some other ones that I just can't think of. So I've just let them play. Probably some niggas' names that I forgot or something. Because it's not my name. So how could I remember anyone that's not me? Right. Yeah. Right.
Do you want to do the 5-year?
But that means it's going to be over.
It is. But we still talk as soon as the camera goes off.
Well, I guess I'm going to be at 6.
Yeah, it's 5:36.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do the thing where you do the thing. All right. 5 years from now. You want to say something to 5 years from now, Kieron? And also, we'll do this again before 5 years, so whatever. But
you want me to start?
Yes.
All right. You are loved. Number 1. I love you, and I want you to look around at the people that are still in your life and the new people that came to your life that you never thought would be able to be in your life. Because you thought when certain loves ended, that was it for all of it. You thought when certain friends ended, that was the end for all friends. You are loved. I want you to look around and recognize you did it. 5 years from right now, there's no ifs, there's no ands, there's no buts. You did it. You did everything that you set your heart out to. You stayed focused. You had hiccups. You hit bumps. Shit got scary. Shit got spooky, but you did it. I am proud of you. Because I always knew that it was in you, because I'm in you, nigga. Yeah, I'm proud of you. I want you to remember to keep your head strong, keep your faith strong, keep good people around you that call you on your bullshit. The only way that you can fail, I'll tell you this. You should like this. You should appreciate this. We read The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin, and we loved it a lot, and it means a lot to us. And I think that the only way that, what does he say? The only way that you can be crushed by the world is that if you believe that you are what they call a nigger, right? And so it's like you will only be a failure if you believe the other things that have been thrown at you on your path to be accurate. You're powerful. You're unstoppable. You're undeniable. I love you. I'm proud of you now, and I can't imagine how proud of you I'm going to be in 5 years.
All right, let's do the picture.